How you doing, chaps? This is the life. What's it like here in Abbott? Is it raining? Look at the mate's gaff. I hope you're having a great time. Yeah, if you don't know if you can see it, but look at the sunburn. I'm nearly peeling. I hope it's pissing down. Bye.
Hi everybody, it's Deanna from Paranormal Apothecary. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are alright. I hope you're all safe and doing well. So yeah, I just thought I would do this video in reference to one of my close friends who sadly passed away last year. I've been a bit hesitant about doing this video because I'm not just me, but all of us, like friends and family, weren't entirely sure what happened. If you don't know who I'm talking about, I am talking about one of my friends called Stephen, aka Doris. Like, everybody called him Doris, that was his nickname. He used to call everybody else Doris as well for some reason. So yeah, he was a really close friend of mine and a few other people. We all used to hang out together and socialise. He was a lot older than us. He was like in his 50s. So yeah, to get back on the point, I'm doing this video in reference to him. And the reason why I've been so hesitant about doing this video is because of the conspiracy behind his death. We weren't too sure whether it was a murder or self-suicide, or an assisted suicide, I mean. So yeah, so a while back I did a session on his anniversary of his death, which was on his birthday. That was the 5th or 6th of July, I think, yeah. At the time he was actually living in France in a villa. He was living in like the south part of France at the time, and sorry, that's my cat. We found out what happened through one of his landlords, who told one of our locals at the pub that apparently he committed suicide. So we were quite devastated. Ish, to be quiet. Sorry, that's my cat. We were a bit devastated because he just didn't seem that type to commit suicide. And I know that you know, people who tend to be very happy would hide all of these negative feelings, and people that are depressed or sad, they would hide their feelings and to on the outside appear to be very happy and very fulfilled in their life. So yeah, he didn't seem the type, but then obviously I don't know what was going on really through his mind. We didn't speak for like a year because he moved over to France, but he was in contact with other people. So yeah, what happened was we found out that apparently he committed suicide, and me and a few friends and his family. So then we got messages from his family members, because we were trying to find out if he had a next of kin, or you know, if they knew any information about it. So we got in touch with a few of their family members, his son and his brother and his sister-in-law. And apparently according to them, he didn't commit suicide. Apparently he was murdered, and there's been this big conspiracy to why. But in my honest opinion, which I'm going to go into right now, it's going to be quite a bit dark and a bit deep about what happened to him. So apparently when he was in France, he was seeing this woman who apparently had some ties to the mafia over in France, and also there was police that were linked with the mafia over in France. And apparently he was, I don't know if it's true, but apparently he was having an affair with this woman that was still married to someone in the mob. And apparently they were seeing each other, and it all came out, and apparently these mobsters beat him up to a pulp. And I'm pretty much talking about it was quite bloody apparently. And he managed to escape by getting on his motorbike. He fended him off and he drove off. So there was a text message that was sent to one of my friends, Samantha, and this text message said goodbye. And also he sent it to another friend called Sarah, and it said goodbye. And this was on the 27th of June. By what was said, apparently he committed suicide on his birthday. The 27th of June, and apparently committed suicide on the 5th of July, which was his birthday. So he messaged saying goodbye, right? And they didn't know what was going on. So when we found out about what happened, apparently he left a suicide note in his villa, and they found his body on his the day after his birthday. They found his body, right? And apparently he was hung from a tree. When they did the autopsy, there was no... Apparently he was that intoxicated on alcohol, there was no possible way that he could have climbed up this tree. Taking in consideration this tree was pretty high from where he hung. Also, there was no platform, anything at the bottom to obviously kick away or to move away in order for him to commit suicide, to hang from the tree. So apparently he was hung way too high up in the tree for him to even get up in the tree. He had a high level of alcohol in his system, to the point where he would have been paralytic. But obviously we would know that because he was a bit of a drinker. He did drink a lot of champagne, and he did drugs and stuff in the past. He did a bit of cocaine and whatnot. But I'm not too sure if he was on drugs at that time of when he committed suicide. And so yeah, apparently that's what happened to him. Also, there was no pen and paper in his villa, and also where he was hung, it was 2 miles away from his villa. So why would you commit suicide 2 miles away from your villa? You would do it more locally, so you'd do it very quietly, but surely you wouldn't walk 2 miles away from your villa to commit suicide. So that's a bit odd. So anyways, when we found this information out, when they did the autopsy and stuff, and they obviously contacted the French people that deal with all this, like autopsies and the crime scene and the police and whatever. When they got in contact with his family, with what we were told, apparently they weren't allowed to identify his body, which was a bit silly. And the reason why is because apparently he was too decomposed for them to identify. So the autopsy team and the police or whatever, the gendarmerie, weren't allowing Doris's own family to even identify his body, which is very strange because by law you have to identify the body. Their excuse was because apparently he was decomposed, but you don't decompose from the 27th of June up to the 5th of July. You don't decompose within that space of time. And even if you did, there would be tattoos, there would be DNA, there'd be dental samples to identify that body. So that was all of a bit of a cover-up in my eyes. I think that was a bit odd and a bit strange that you would not even tell their next of kin who they've been doing the autopsy on, and if they're going to be, you know, shipping the body over to so they could have their funeral or whatever. So yeah, I just thought that was really strange about that. But he got caught up in a lot of shit, and we believe that because of this, the mafia and the police are very connected with each other, because obviously, like, the police and the mafia, by information, apparently they don't like to exchange information. They stay well apart from each other. But in this case, it was very different. So I did this, after his death, I did do a session, which was a year ago. Then I did a follow-up session, and the communication I got through was actually it was very strange, because there was a lot of validation, there was a lot of communication that was coming through that was in relation to his death, suicide, murder, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, it was very strange, and I thought, right, I'm going to do a session just to find out some information to see if I could contact him. I'm not saying that I have contacted him. I can't verify, I can't prove that I am directly communicating to him, but the answers that I got was very spot on, and there was things that were said that only him and I would know, which was really strange. And I did a session with Doris, whoever I was communicating with, and it was completely mind-blowing to what I received. So yeah, so sorry for me to ramble on, but it's quite an emotional thing for me to talk about, because we were all very close with him, and like, even to this day, we still don't really know what happened. We can only go on by what we think had happened. But in my opinion, I don't think he committed suicide, because he was quite deadly against that, to be honest with you, like things that he would tell me. And he didn't seem that he was very depressed, but yet again, I don't know. But by all of the cover-ups and the information, and, you know, things that weren't said, and the autopsy and what happened to him, and the shit that he got linked into with the mafia and stuff, I think that he was murdered, and I think it was made out that he committed suicide. That's what I think that happened. I think that he was murdered, and I think that the police, the gendarmerie and the mafia have covered it up, and obviously left everyone still grieving and not knowing what happened to him, which I think is quite disturbing, and it's quite fucked up that you would think that the government or whatever would have strict rules or regulations with the law and stuff like that, but obviously in different countries it does work differently. There are rules can be bent and things could be covered up. So yeah, I just thought it was very weird, and the communication, like I said, the communication that I got was very weird, and it was just very strange and very spot on. So yeah, I will upload these videos, and I'll so have a quick look and tell me what you guys think. I need to ask you a question that Sam asked me to ask you. What did you use to call Samantha's nickname? What was her nickname on your phone contact? on WhatsApp. What was her name? What was Samantha's name on your phone contact? What was her name? Doris, I know you called everyone else Doris, but what was my name on your contact in your phone? What was my name? We used to laugh about it. What was Samantha's name and what was my name under your phone contact? Doris, was your murder covered up by the police or the mafia? Oh, another question I wanted to ask you, just for validation that you're communicating with me. What was your favourite animal? I got you a teddy off your favourite animal. What is your favourite animal? You're flamboyant and colourful like a... Okay, Doris, I better go off now. But what I'll do, I will speak to you again soon. I've got this on record, so I'm going to send it to Sam, okay? So we can hear what you're saying and then we can sort something out together. I'm so sorry what happened to you. I just wish that you stayed here. We love you. Sam and Sarah as well. Me, we all love you. And thank you for being such a good friend to all of us. Even now, we know that you're with us. I love you. God bless. Okay, so if there's any spirits with me right now who wish to communicate, could you come through? I wish to talk to Doris. Could you bring him through for me? It's been 1 year. It's been 1 year since his death, and I just really need to speak to him. I need to get some answers from him about his death. Could you bring Doris through for me, love? Ben, could you bring Doris? Spirit guides, could you bring him through? Doris, can you hear me? I think I heard I can hear. Okay, thank you, thank you. Doris, if you can hear me, I really need to speak to you about something. I know it's been 1 year since your passing, and I still can't believe that you're gone, of what happened to you, but I need to know. Was your murder a suicide, or was it a murder? Was it a suicide? I need to know. Please tell me, Doris. Come through. I miss you, Doris. We all miss you, Samantha and Sarah. We love you, we miss you. Doris, what happened to you? Did you commit suicide, or was you murdered? Doris, if it's you, can you say your name? Doris, can you say your name for me? In your Manchester accent.
Free drink.
Doris, how did you die? Was you hanged by the mafia? How did it happen? Where was your villa located in France?
Seems like it's a bit.
Experiment.
We need to know what happened to you because we're still grieving. We don't know what happened, Doris. All three of us, me, Samantha and Sarah, we just want to know that you're okay. Miss you.
Journey to get to it.
The very
Your family are all grieving still. We still don't know what happened. How did you die? What happened to you? Did the mafia kill you? Was it involved in the mafia or was it a cover-up?
Respect. No problem. Table.
Did the gendarmerie kill you? Was you murdered?
You said this one has been cursed. November.
You still can't believe it.
the name of the
We miss you and you're always in our prayers and in our hearts, Doris. I have so many memories. I have so many memories of you, Doris. Good memories, fun. The good old party days. Me, you and Samantha. Are you watching over Samantha?
No. No.
In your phone, my name was Doris Stripper. You had my name saved as that. What was Samantha's name on your mobile phone?
Please.